Team Uganda in there is the CAF Confederations Cup, where they will be taking on, of course, a side that is in Ethiopia in there. And the first game did see Soccer Club Villa playing on 0-0. This time around, they get to, of course, secure in a win there, and a lot more over some of the stories, of course, that will be coming through. And also, just like we had said, Euros gets to, of course, feature in their very last dance. There is tomorrow, Sunday. Just like I have been saying throughout the consequent shows. What are some of your predictions? Who is going to be the biggest? We're going to be seeing Spain taking on England. Is it going to be the side of Southgate taking it home? We don't know. I don't know. Okay, you could be knowing out there. Is it going to be the side of Spain taking it home? I equally don't know. This we definitely have to share it out with you. And then there is a Manchester United, quite a very huge news that could be coming through. They have acquired already the signatures of there is you can decide to call him the way you want, but there is a Zixi in there. He is now a Manchester. He's now a Manchester United. Very interesting stories. And of course, just like I had said, we shall be doing literally a lot of transfers here and there because the transfer windows are opened, and you know, definitely most leagues have closed in there. So basically, people are trying to see if they can get in a lot of players to add on to see if they can get players to add on onto their squad. So that they get to be bigger and better. Also, in the world of basketball, remember yesterday I did mention something about basketball, where we did have a very huge one between KCCA Leopards, the game that was supposed to start at 9 p.m. I mean 7, and JT Jaguars, and then later on at 9 p.m. we did see KCCA Panthers taking on UCU Cannons in there. Whatever it is that transpired in this game, I will definitely be giving you every other story, of course, that went down with the games yesterday. Who took the day, who took the bribing rates here and there, and of course every other game that went down in there. And now, if you're just joining us, I would like to say you're most welcome. Wherever you could be catching us from, let's keep it West Nile TV, because we are here to definitely light up the region for you, because if not, why not? Just like I had said, you are not yet very, very late. My name is Linda Susie, and again, a lone striker, because my colleague is compiling other stories out there, and probably we shall be returning in the house on Monday, full house on Monday, with a lot of stories, with what will transpire tomorrow in every other thing, and kicking up, of course, with the transfers. Just like I had said, a striker Brian Kayanja is set to return to there is a UPDF after his departure from NEC Football Club this week. Kayanja played for UPDF during the season 2020 and 2021 in there. For those of you that, of course, are very ardent followers in there of football, you could be, of course, remembering what this very guy took up in there. And then stories also coming through indicate that left back Emmanuel Obua has joined a newly promoted Uganda Premier League side, Lugazi Football Club, from Bula Football Club. And Obua is yet to be unveiled at his new club, but is the latest player to join Lugazi Football Club alongside Bashir Asiku, who is also just awaiting official unveiling at there is Lugazi Football Club. Meanwhile, the Eastern Giants confirmed Obua's departure on a Friday with a brief farewell message reading that thanks for the memories and all the best in your future in there. The former Blacks Power utility player had joined the Ginger Best side. There is a Bull Football Club. Obu Emmanuel joined a Bull Football Club from there is a Blacks Power, a side based in Lira that last season did play. There is a Startimes Uganda Premier League, and they were relegated together with the ex of Nuparaka Football Club and some other football club. Then we did see them take part in a big league this very season that just ended. There was a big league season 2023-2024 in there. And then also Obua did play for Blacks Powers while they were still in UPL, and then he left to play for Bull and did feature in there is a Bulls UPL season 2023-2024 that has just concluded in there on a 2-year deal. And he also played for Chetume Football Club, the defender, of course, following the expiry of his contract with Bull at the end of June. Was reluctant to renew and instead opted for a move elsewhere. They normally say if you overstay under one mukungu, it is a bad one, yeah. So definitely, he then opted to move away from Bull, much as a lot of players would basically want to remain at a Bull Football Club, because if you look at Bull, I think. They have better chances of course, winning in trophies. They have better chances of someone upgrading in their tactics, versatility and all that. So basically for him, he said he had stayed enough at Bull and wanted to move somewhere and also get the tactics of another coach, probably after having enough over there is Abe Chikomeko as the gaffer over there is a Bull Football Club. The last season, Obua came so close to winning his first premiership trophy, as Bull only missed out on there is the league title by just a single point. Finishing 1 point shy Soccer Club Villa that did emerge in the overall winners there. They gathered 56 points to finish second to Soccer Club Villa, just like I had said. So definitely we won't be seeing Emmanuel Obua at there is a Soccer Club, but at a Bull Football Club this season. Instead, we shall be seeing him at the newly promoted Lugazi Football Club in there. And then also elsewhere, remember, Soccer Club Villa are in, of course, taking part in the Sekafa Championship League there. And in the first game, they did, of course, come up with, of course, a draw there in the first game. And then yesterday, they also had a game where they did pick up their very first win in, there is the Sekafa. Quite a very good one, yeah, very impressive. Remember, yesterday, Soccer Club Villa did play Singida Black Stars, and they did beat them 3-1 in there. And also in other games that took part yesterday, we did see ARP beating there is El Merrick 1-0. And then on the table standings, we have on position number 1, we have APR that did beat El Merrick with 6 points. And then in position number 2, we have our own, there is a Soccer Club Villa with, of course, 4 points in there. And then in position number 3, we have El Merrick with 1 point. And then lastly, in that group, we have Singida with, of course, 0 points in there. Soccer Club Villa notched their first victory over the Sekafa Club Championship, defeating Singida Black Stars Football Club 3-1, just like I had earlier on said, at the Azam complex in there. The win marked by goals from Najib Yiga, Patrick Jonah Kakande, and Regan in there. Of course, getting to beat there is their opponents, Singida, and Regan Pande and the Jogos, a well-deserved triumph in there is a Group C, just like I have given you the table standings. That win of yesterday that a Soccer Club Villa did pick brings them to a second position in that very group standings in there. Yiga is one of the new signings opened. Of course, we did see him opening the scoring in there for Soccer Club Villa just before halftime with, of course, a stunning long-range effort that eluded the goalkeeper over Singida with the names Benedict Howley in there. And of course, he didn't saving that very goal, which we did see go past the net. The former Vipers and Chitara player cut inside from there is the right and unleashed a powerful effort to give Villa, of course, a second goal in there. There is the win in taking in the lead there. And then early in the second half, Villa extended in their advantage when, of course, Pande Regan was fouled inside the 18-yard box, resulting, of course, into a penalty that we did see Kakande converting in the penalty into a goal that literally also went past. There is a hole in there. And then Mpande came through and added his name to the score sheet, finishing, of course, from close range after a precise cross that came from David Owori bypassed the Singida defense, and we did see that very one going also past the net, past Hola in there. Although the Tanzanian side managed to pull one back through. That's why I said that the game ended on a 3-1 in there. The Tanzanian side, there is Singida, managed to pull off one goal through Murufu Chakei's free kick at the hour mark. It was merely a consolation goal. Yeah, they had to, of course, come through and get a consolation goal. They didn't want to go back home empty-handed, you know, being beaten by a visiting side in that goal margin, man. It's quite something very hard, yeah. And the home side, there is this Tanzanian side, Singida literally had to come through with, of course, a consolation goal in there. And with that win that Villa, of course, collected, it now sits, Villa now sits at 4 points, just like I had said, having previously drawn with South Sudan's El Merreikh Bentiu. Just like I had said, the first game did see Villa on a 0-0 in there. Meanwhile, their next Group C opponent, APR, that of course sits top of the table with 6 points, returned to the top. Yeah, returned to the top after had fought a race and getting a victory over the South Sudan side, El Merreikh, a side that, of course, did play a 0-0 with there is our own side soccer club, Villa. The tournament format stipulates that the top team from each of the 3 groups, along with the, of course, along with the best runner-up, will advance to the semi-finals in there. Quite a very good one, quite very, very impressive for there is our own soccer club, Villa. Of course, seeing them go past in there, sitting in that very position, clinching in that position is quite a very good one for our own there is a soccer club, Villa. And I think if literally they continue like this, or if they continue to, of course, play in their best, we trust in the process, yeah? We trust in the process that they will definitely get to do better in there. And then also, somehow, just like I had said, we shall also be looking at basketball, something I discussed here yesterday. And I did say that there were going to be very, very tough games that would go past yesterday, with one that, of course, took place at 7 p.m., and also with one big one that went down at 9 p.m. where we did see UCU Cannons dominating KCCA Panthers in there is game 1. Yesterday, Friday, we did see, I even gave you some of these fixtures where we did see KCCA Leopards taking on there is JT Lady Jaguars at 7 p.m. and then later at 9 p.m. we did see KCCA Panthers taking on UCU Cannons. And in the game that, of course, took place at 7 p.m., we did see JT Lady Jaguars going past there is KCCA Leopards in 65-55 in there. And then also at 9 p.m. where the UCU Cannons played KCCA Panthers, we did see UCU Cannons going past the KCCA Panthers on an 80 to 60 goal difference or score difference there. Today, Saturday, 13th July, of course, 2024, at YMCA grounds, we shall also be having a couple of games that will go down today, where we shall be having JKL Lady Dolphins that will be playing UPDF Ladies, and then this game went down in the morning, and then UCU Lady Cannons will play Magic Stormers. Miracle Ravens will take on KIU Rangers. I think currently this game is 2 p.m. and it should be ongoing together with our show, yeah. And then City Oilers will later on at 4 p.m. take that is Kampala Rockets in there, and then at 6 p.m. these games will close with KIU Titans that will take JT Jaguars at 6 p.m. That, of course, will close down these very games. UCU Cannons, of course, did secure an 80-60 victory over the KCCA Panthers in the first game of their best of 3 quarter-final series at the ongoing NBL playoffs there. Remember, I, of course, gave you the table standings yesterday, where we did see KCCA Panthers finishing in position number 4 ahead of there is the UCU Cannons. UCU Cannons had finished in position number 5 after the regionals had ended in there, the mini league had ended in there. So basically, I think UCU is trying to see that they get back to their winning ways in there. And we did see them beating. We did see them beating their opponents that, of course, finished ahead of them in the league that just recently concluded. The Cannons that took control early, leading the first quarter on 26-10, and then maintained their advantage, of course, throughout the game in there, despite a spirited fourth quarter effort from KCCA Panthers, which saw them reduce the deficit to 11 points. UCU Cannons came back and responded firmly to seal a comfortable win in there. And of course, the game saw some tense moments, including 2 clashes between there is KCCA's Cesar Kizito and UCU's Emmanuel Makwela in there. Even Luabaga was the standout performer, scoring 28 points for the UCU Cannons. Peter Sifuma contributed significantly with 11 points and 17 rebounds, while Kirapa Zakaria added there is 13 points for there is the UCU Cannons in there. On the KCCA side, only Davis Asimwe did have 13 trials, and Stephen Otoa did manage to get there is 12 to score in the double digits in there. And the loss of there is the KCCA Panthers marks a stark contrast for there is KCCA, who had previously defeated UCU Cannons twice in the regular season. That, of course, did see KCCA finishing in position number 4, and of course UCU Cannons finishing in position number 5 in there. And after finishing 4th in the regular season, their best ever finish, KCCA now face the prospect of an early exit from there is the playoffs in there. And of course, these games are literally going to continue, and the winner from here, of course, will get to represent there is Team Uganda in a very major league. And in the league that recently, of course, concluded, just like I had said, we did see City Oilers finishing first with, of course, 43 points, and then we did see KIU Titans finishing second with 39 points, and then on 38 points we have Nam Blazers that managed to finish in position number 3, and then position number 4 we did see KCCA Panthers with 34 points, tied with UCU Cannons 34 points, finishing in position number 5, slightly below. There is a KCCA Panthers. And then in position number 6 we did see our saviors having 33 points, and then 32 points we did see in position number 7, the JT Jaguars. And then in position number 8 we did have Rockets with 30 points, tied at 30 points also. We did have Livingstone in position number 9, and then another 30 points also did see JKL Dolphins are finishing in position number 10 there. And then in 11, Dimark Powers did finish with 28 points, and then lastly, we did see Ndeje finishing with 25 points. In there is a position number 12 in there. We shall be, of course, following very, very closely some of the stories of course, of the fixtures that I gave you today, that of course will be going down. Some of the fixtures that will be going down literally in there today. So for those of you that are within Kampala, wherever you could be catching us from, would like to say go through there and of course catching some of these games. And then another story also coming through within there is basketball indicates that the National Basketball League playoffs, FUBA, there is the body that of course governs basketball, postpones Sunday's games. Remember, there are supposed to be games tomorrow as well as games that were supposed to be there today. So the Federation of Uganda Basketball Association, FUBA, has announced the postponement of all National Basketball League playoffs games scheduled for Sunday, July 14th in there. The decision comes as the national women's basketball team, the Gazelles, gets to prepare to travel to Germany for, of course, a high-performance training camp. Donan Biabazaire, chair of FUBA's Technical and Competition Council, confirmed the development to the teams involved. And of course, Sunday games on July tomorrow have been postponed as the Gazelles team will get to travel. He said this tournament involves players in some of these clubs that were supposed to play tomorrow, and some of the players are supposed to travel with the Gazelles. The postponed games include 3 women playoff matches for JT Lady Jaguars, who were supposed to play KCCA Leopards tomorrow, and then UPDF Lady Tomahawks were supposed to play JK Lady. They're supposed to play the Magic Stormers, and then UCU Lady Cannons also did get in there. Some of their games postponed. The new dates for these games is yet to be announced in there. Basically, we shall be sliding off for a very short commercial. When we return, we'll basically return with more of the transfers and more of the international stories. Don't